You are an enigma to people around you. I don't think that you realize that you're an enigma to people around you. The moment that you're in currently is a very interesting one. And I think that while generally speaking, you might agree with like, yeah, I've noticed that people can't really tend to not really be able to pin me down. In this moment, it's particularly confusing for people who are outside to be looking at you. It kind of feels like they just need to, or they're just kind of trusting that you know what you're doing. Because maybe you were not leaving them another choice. I'm going to show you the card. I do want to note the High Priestess here at the bottom of the deck. So this is, I don't usually use this particular deck of cards in this fashion, but I felt like I should in this situation. And asking like, well, how are you? And I'll show you why I asked this. How are you being seen in the situation that you're currently in, which I'll show you in a second. I got separation, benevolent guide, and Neptune. So again, it's like, the separation card is interesting because it's kind of like, it could literally be like a separation, like you are parting ways with something, someone, a situation, whatever it is. I think it's also just like you are like laying down boundaries. You are separating yourself from the pack. It doesn't feel permanent, right? But in separating yourself from the old version of yourself, which I think is what's really going on here, you are, for this moment, it appears that you are separating yourself from the pack. Hang with me. Your cards, okay, we have the Despicable Face and Sparks of Light with the Uncreated. I cannot tell you how much I love this. Where you're at right now feels like a place that like everything makes sense, and not in a way that's like, oh, like it's not like I get it now. It's not like you're putting pieces together like actively. This feels like an integration process that is like for the ages. Like that's kind of the I don't know any other way to describe this. This reading is resonating with me, so in my personal journey right now. So what I'm going to say about this is how I've been articulating this feeling that I see conveyed in the cards, conveyed in the cards, is things are clicking. Things are clicking. Things are clicking. And the thing about these particular cards together is like, yeah, things are clicking, and we've got the Sparks of Light. What things are clicking is things that typically, were big shadowy elements of you, right? Like integrating the shadow, okay? Things are clicking. Now it's like, oh, wait, no, you can work for me. I can work with you, right? Things are clicking. For what, to what end is not seen right now. What's coming of it? It doesn't necessarily need to make sense at this moment. And you might not have a vision of what it is if this is resonating for you, but something is being born. Something is being born. So we're going to get some insight on what that something might be. I'm also being called to pull out another deck here. Okay, so we have the Three of Cups coming out with the Five of Swords, perhaps a history of the Tower at the bottom of the deck with the Six of Wands here, perhaps a history of, maybe like flipping tables or trying to create disruption because you feel cast out. And then in turn, creating more work for yourself than is necessary, having to constantly rebuild, having to kind of, it's like the thing of like wiping the slate clean repeatedly. I know I have at least a couple of people in this collective who I've spoken to that can resonate with that, where it's like you're constantly wiping the slate clean at various moments in your life. You've wiped the slate clean. You've had to restart. So what's coming of this? What is this uncreated? I don't think it's going to happen again. Four of Swords. Yeah, it's not going to happen again. Not in the way that it has in the past. If at all. Justice, rest from that pattern, reflection of that pattern, alchemized into King of Swords, Knight of Swords, alchemized into more intentional action, Eight of Wands, Eight of Swords, more intentional, thoughtful actions. Ace of Swords, so many swords. Five of Wands in reverse, Nine of Swords. Dude, you know what this is? Like, with all of these swords, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, you're being more intentional. That's what this is. You are becoming more thoughtful and more intentional in everything that you do that involves your mind. You're probably like a big brain person. You're probably someone who, you probably a really powerful manifester. What you think, what you believe, what you then subsequently act on, it manifests into your life with a type of speed that is impressive to you as soon as you have or will tap into it, right? And so I think what's held you back from a lot of that true long-term stability, the 10 of Pentacles without the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles without the Tower preceding or following it, that kind of intentionality, it starts for you in your mind. That kind of creation element, you know, that kind of creation, what the fuck is the word that I'm looking for? That creative energy, that manifestation power, it really does start in your mind. So this is a healing of the subconscious, a healing of subconscious patterns that then turns into changed behavior, like just how you show up in any situation, any kind of dynamic. We've got universal body here. That's literally a call to take care of your body. So that said, it might be showing up in your body right now. Maybe your body, your physical body is shedding, or your emotional. I'm also hearing something about like your spiritual bodies. Your physical body is obviously here, but your emotional body is just right outside of it. So compassion following. It's kind of like, if you've noticed that your body is sore, or if it's getting softer, like if you're maybe putting on some, like a couple of pounds, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you're like not taking care of yourself, but you're just softening, particularly if you are a feminine bodied person, in any way that means for you. You can be like on the gender spectrum, you can be born male, and still have like a feminine body. You see what I'm saying? So if you are like a feminine bodied person, if there's a softening coming up, if you have this like influx of soft feminine energy that's manifesting in your body right now, that would be a huge indicator that this is for you. It doesn't have to be, but that's a sign that not only are you going through this change of mindset, but that your health things are working in tandem. Like the 3D is working with the 5D time, passage of time here. Tell me more about that. What is coming with the passage of time? The Messenger. Yeah, so communication. So this is what's coming with the passage of time. Communication. The Architect. So someone building with you, or you building with someone. Humility. Being a part of a group. Humility and the Orphan. Oh my god, these cards have been coming out a lot. Valley of Unity, shut up. Okay. The Muse here, and I did see just kind of poking out like in the middle is trepidation. So what this is telling me, and like I can't tell you how interesting this is. So we have the Messenger that came out first. The Architect I think came out next, the Orphan, and Humility with Valley of Unity. Like this is literally an opportunity to take what you have been integrating, the parts of you that are softening up, the parts of you that are expanding, the parts of you that are, you know, meeting the shadow and doing the dance with the shadow instead of just dismissing the shadow. Okay, those parts of you are now being offered opportunity to collaborate. Of course, I think with this Orphan archetype, there's going to be something here that would cause a general sense of trepidation, a general sense of fear. But what you can do is transmute that fear into humility and service. Okay? You are not fearful of what is larger than you. You are in service to what is larger than you, being, community, unity, etc. This is something that may have been very challenging for you throughout your life with this Orphan archetype. This is huge. This is huge. Wise salt on the split for this deck. Wisdom. I'm so, ooh.